If you've ever spent way too much money on fishing gear, only to hook a treat on your first cast, this story's for you. Today, we're diving into the surprisingly epic journey of a company that said, hey, why does fishing gear cost as much as rent? That company is KastKing, a brand that somehow went from a college project to one of the most talked about names in modern fishing. Whether you love them, hate them, or swear by them, KastKing changed how anglers shop. And it all started with two guys, a dream, and probably a very sketchy looking garage. KastKing was founded in 2013 by a couple of college friends who were tired of choosing between buying fishing gear or eating food. That's the kind of pain that builds character and a great business. They had a simple mission: make high quality fishing gear that didn't require taking out a small loan. And that mission became the DNA of a brand: affordable but innovative. Sounds simple, right? Well, not really. Because the fishing world is filled with massive companies that have been around since dinosaurs were still practicing their casting technique, KastKing, just two dudes, are trying to break through the industry, competing with brands like Penn, Shimano, Abu Garcia, Ugly Stick, and many more. KastKing didn't show up in any fancy tackle shops at first. Nope, they went straight to Amazon. At that time, most fishing brands thought online sales were cute but unnecessary. KastKing saw an opening, wider than a tarpon's mouth. They put well-designed, affordable reels online, and anglers noticed. 5-star reviews started rolling in. People were shocked. They're smooth. They're budget-friendly. They didn't explode in my hand. That last one was actually pretty funny to read. The early success led to the creation of reels that will become KastKing's legends. Models like the Sharky series, tough, smooth, and loaded with hype. The Spartacus, the reel that made everyone feel like a gladiator on the water. And the Royale Legend, a baitcaster so popular it practically became the official reel of fishing TikTok. These reels weren't perfect, but they delivered performance way above their price. Suddenly, big brands were squinting at KastKing like, who let these kids in here? KastKing also did something most fishing companies never dared to do. They had personality. Their branding was bold, flashy colors, sharp designs, names that sounded more like action movie titles than fishing reels. While other brands looked like they were made for your grandfather's tackle box, KastKing looked ready to trend on Instagram. They weren't selling gear, they were selling a vibe. And underneath all that flashy imagery, KastKing put real engineering into their gear. They used reinforced graphite bodies, strong drag systems, high ball bearing counts, CNC aluminum spools, smooth low friction gearing, and their strategy was genius. Use solid, reliable materials, keep manufacturing efficient, and pass the savings to anglers. This is why so many fishing YouTubers started reviewing KastKing gear. People were curious, and curiosity turned into obsession. Of course, no fishing brand is perfect. Even KastKing has critics. Some anglers say certain models have inconsistent quality control. Others feel that the reels don't always last as long as premium brands should, like Shimano and Daiwa. But hey, here's the key. KastKing never claimed to be the best in the world. They claim to be the best value in the world. And they've always stuck with that identity since day one. The main reason KastKing grew was because of the community. Anglers talked, posted reviews, recorded videos, shared catches, and suddenly the brand wasn't some small company anymore. It was a movement. A way for anglers on a budget to join the game without feeling outmatched. So the question is, why do people love KastKing so much? Well, people love it because of one simple reason. They make fishing accessible. Not everyone has $300 for real. Not everyone needs the most updated advanced gear created. Sometimes you just want to cast and relax and enjoy the water without worrying about wallet crying. That's where KastKing shines. They make fishing affordable for the common person. You don't have to spend $500 on a pin. You can spend $90 on a KastKing to get your feet wet. With that said, KastKing started as a small idea. Fishing should be affordable, fun, and accessible. And somehow, in just a decade, they managed to build a global brand that changed the fishing landscape completely. Are they the most premium brand in the world? No, and that's the point. They're the underdogs, the innovators, the disruptors, the brand that made fishing gear cool again. So the next time you're casting out with a KastKing reel, remember, you're part of one of the fastest growing fishing stories ever told. And the best part, the story's still being written, one cast at a time. And as someone that owns multiple KastKing rods and reels, they're pretty quality. Are they the best? Again, no. But they get the job done day in and day out. With basic maintenance, they will last a long time. And that's why I made this video, to give and shine some light on the KastKing brand.